to this handsome Hunka.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hunka. We're finally
HHN.
boom. We're finally back. They try so hard to keep us away.
They constantly do.
We are one of the highest rated shows. My name is Michael Snell II. I'm very happy to be back here.
And I'm Spooks McCann.
Wow, it's great to be back with you.
It's been a long time. I feel like we're not quite warmed up yet. We'll get into it in a few minutes. We'll be really heated up. But they've just been trying those stupid people over the Geekverse. They've just been trying to suppress us and our honesty. And that's the thing. That podcast is built on lies. Our podcast is built on truths. Truths.
And I do have to say the other reason I'm just a little shell shocked. I fully haven't recovered from the greatness of Justice League.
Right.
People.
Well, yeah.
I feel like I saw Jesus's eyes when I saw Justice League. I saw something so special and so unique. I don't know if I can ever go out into the real world again. I just want to sit in this room and keep watching Justice League. They kicked us out of this room, so it's kind of unfortunate. And then I gotta go back home with little Jimmy and deal with him. Little
Jam.
But I just want
Well, because notoriously, we were in the theater, and the movie ended, but we just hid under the seats because we wanted to watch it again, and we were going to pay for it, right? And I mean, we had seen it months in advance, but anyway, that's the case. So we've been in there. I've seen it. We've seen how many times we've seen it now? 6, 7, or 8 times. We just stayed in the theater. We ate nothing but refilled popcorn and pop. So let's just say we're a little bit loopy, but I think you're going to be ready for this review.
Yeah, like, even though I had to get in multiple fights with people at the theaters, they're like, this was my seat, and I'm like, fuck off. I love Justice League. I will do anything to see it over and over again. I want to get a moving tattoo on my body.
A moving tattoo. I think they call those gifs. A gif?
I think so.
I really hate over exaggerating, but I think that, in fact, I know that Justice League is the greatest comic book movie of all time. I don't want to be negative, but I think it might be the best one we'll ever get until Justice League 2. I think it even goes further. I think this is the greatest movie of all time. And I'll take it one step further. I think this is the greatest human creation of art and creativity, inspiration that the human race has really ever smelt in its entirety.
This thing is so great. I fear that we're going to get an alien invasion just because people are going to want this.
They want this technology.
Yeah, right? They want to make something just as great as they could. And you know what? It is impossible because you can't clone Zack Snyder, ladies and gentlemen.
No, he's one of a kind.
There's only one Zack Snyder. Yeah, and you know what? Apparently, they say Joss Whedon came in and helped them up. I really think he just came in to, shine Zach's shoes and just, get him some water because he was so intently making this.
Zack Snyder chews a lot of gum. He had to go to the store and get a lot of gum. He's a big chewer.
Yeah. And Joss Whedon, if he did help out...
He tries, right? He tries really hard. You have to give him that.
Yeah, at least he's starting to make movies that were better than those awful Avengers movies. I cried so much during Justice League. When I saw Avengers, I just cried tears of blood because my eyes hurt so much.
It's on your... Yeah, it's apparent that a lot of blood.
Yeah, it's my favorite shirt, and unfortunately I saw it during Avengers, and it smells a little... It's not just my blood on there, but I still like the shirt. M stands for many great things. So, of course, critics, though, again, bombarding our film. Like I said, for some reason, Warner Brothers, luckily, they had to pay off the critics to get Wonder Woman.
Of course,
because that's the only way they work nowadays.
It's unfortunate that Disney, obviously, they just have so much money. They're just a big conglomerate, and they can just pay off anyone.
Because of Moe the Mouse.
That fucking little mouse. I'll go there.
So, again, people have been talking about November. Thor came out. We predict that was going to suck, and it sucked. It was woof. What a stinker.
I'm not going to say I was honestly, I was disappointed, and I already had expectations that it would be about -1 to a 0 out of 10, and I was disappointed in it as well.
Yeah,
you can't really have a movie with worse characters, worse comedy. The story, the colors, it was way too colorful. My eyes, It wasn't a 3D movie, but I had to wear my sunglasses, and I don't like to wear my sunglasses inside if I don't have to. Right?
I felt very loopy. I felt very confused just because those colors, they do hurt your head. Those colors should not go together. But of course, you had people around the world talking about how great Thor was, and then Justice League come out and lo and behold, it gets a Rotten Tomatoes again. And some people say, it's not that great of a movie. Oh, so this is time for you to get your thinking caps on, because we're gonna
give you the true unbiased opinion.
Oh yeah, we're gonna tell you what you either already know or what you ought to know, and that is Justice League.
That's what we do here. Yeah.
Justice League is 10 quadrillion times better than Thor Ragnarok.
At least 10, maybe 12 quadrillions.
There's no question about it. That is the way it is, and I don't know how you could think otherwise, but we're going to try to enlighten you today, because Justice League is a masterpiece. Justice League is something people are going to build monuments around.
It truly embodies the human spirit.
I think this is going to replace the Bible.
I think it already has.
That's true.
It has. I know I had a Bible next to my bed, and I'm sorry, God.
Threw that in the garbage and got the DVD version of Justice League.
Yeah.
We got it early, not Blu-ray, because we don't like Blu-ray. We like
DVD. I like things to be a realistic quality. Blu-ray is larger than life. It's too much. I don't see people with that much quality. Why should I see it on a screen?
And you can't have things larger than life, because it might crush you and kill you.
That's what I always say.
Except Justice League, because that's magic.
It's a crushing joy. It's a crushing joy.
So you look at Thor Ragnarok, you look at Justice League. They had lots of things.
I don't want to look at Thor Ragnarok if you.
That's true. Yeah. He's not wrong.
No, I'm not.
They both had lots of characters, but one completely had the great characters, and one had just god awful characters. We talked about Thor when he cut his hair. We knew that was a death sentence for that movie, and it was. Yeah. Hulk, just not funny at all. Like, you think about the characters in these movies. Think about all the humor in Thor Ragnarok. Doesn't compare to Flash's humor.
Right.
My humor, I love being hit over the head. I love characters saying nothing but jokes and taking everything not seriously. I just love characters just joke.
I was split in the gut. You saw it. I was split in the gut laughing. I couldn't stop myself.
We had to go to the hospital after you laughed so hard. There was
after the third time seeing it, I just. Well, it's so painful, right?
Because funny.
It was so funny that I would be laughing, and maybe his next joke wouldn't be for 5 minutes, but I was still laughing that entire time, because his jokes have layers to them, right? Yeah. You can tell that this movie had multiple people writing the script and really just coming up with jokes that, from start to finish, could really get your goat. Yeah. My goat was God.
Well, and this is the thing, like, I love that they didn't spend time with the character emotionally.
No.
We don't need that. We need a funny guy on the team. We need somebody that's making the best jokes, that's going around just cracking one-liners there and there. He throws them faster than he runs, and that's what I love about
and
the Flash.
That's the thing. They really go layers deep with these jokes, because think about those scenes with his father. Many laymen wouldn't think that's funny, but really those scenes are just supposed to be comedic.
Well,
right?
and his father's constantly making fast and quick puns, and that's smart. Like, I don't think a lot of you caught on that, because it's really
hard
subtle.
to catch on the first watch, right? Yeah. I think I mostly picked up on that after I'd seen about 6 or 7
We know people can be quite slow, so when they make the fast jokes, some people didn't laugh at my theory. Like, they just don't get it. They're not smart enough to understand the humor that's going on here. So Flash was quite incredible. Cyborg, his look. I think the best looking character we've ever had in a comic book movie. I love a lot of the characters.
He's so similar to Iron Man, but just better in every single way.
Better color scheme.
Very good. He doesn't look like he's like over CGI. Like when it's you can see his face real within the suit, and he's just a clean boy. Like he's a man. Oh yeah. You can see the man behind this big polygonal silver armor, which is just honestly, like I've read all the comics. But man, seeing it on the big screen just had me choking.
And it's not distracting at all. No. He completely blends in.
Just because he reflects a lot, right? But he just reflects the great qualities of the other characters. You can almost see the Flash's jokes through his armor. Oh yeah. It's something that I've never seen in a movie before.
Oh yeah, and what can I say? Wonder Woman and Aquaman, they're great. Aquaman just such a cool guy. Like when I look at Aquaman, I'm like, that's who I want to be. I want to be Aquaman. Yeah. I want to be walking around my shirt off, drinking booze, everything like that, talking to the ladies. Like, he is
making a mess in the pool.
Oh, yeah, controlling water. I would love to control water. I can make so many mimosas if I can control water.
Almost too many mimosas.
I don't know if there's never enough mimosas, though, sir.
It's true.
But
true.
You know what? There's never enough Momoas either. Because
Hey!
Yeah.
Man of the hour.
He killed it. He was phenomenal. I can't wait to Aquaman. That just
and they really
get better.
This movie did a great job of introducing the character, but you don't quite know much about his backstory. It's left ambiguous. You can't. You can't really tell me what exactly his backstory is, and that is genius,
and
right?
It's
genius.
And why spend the boring time like telling us why and who he is? Let's just get to it. Let's just ignore it.
Instead, they have this really, really dark, really character-driven scene between him and that other girl from Atlantis, and she drops some mad hints on his past. But you never get the answer to those questions, and as a movie viewer, it just has me.
And that's just enough. We don't need storytelling like that.
No.
We need to see him hitting waves. We need to see him jump in water, talking to fish,
just a real
drinking beer.
dude. Like he's a guy I'd love to sit down and have a beer with.
Mm-hmm. And man, we can't talk about this man enough. But Ben Affleck is Batman. I think he pulled the greatest combo performance of all time. He looked like he was there. He was willing and able. He went above and beyond. And man, he brought something different to the role. He made Batman. He made him funny, and that's what we all want. We want a funny Batman. We want Batman telling jokes, being friendly with anybody. Completely being the character he's not in the comics, because you know what, the comic book character is great, but he's transcending that comic book character.
He's taking it in a new, undescribed direction, and I did tune into the Geekverse and watch the review.
That was tough.
Your brother, right? He had a comment saying that Batman's only allowed 2 jokes per movie. Like, to me, I think he's really only allowed to have 2 serious scenes in a movie. Yeah. And this was perfect, where he was just joking all the time. He had quippy one-liners that topped any joke you'd ever see in the MCU, as they call it.
Well, yeah, and for Travis...
Or like the joke CU.
Oh, God, yeah. And for Travis, my brother, and Geekverse, all I can say is, maybe I'm allowed 0 brothers at the next Thanksgiving, because I don't want you at my table at all.
You're fired, Travis.
Oh, yeah. Eventually, once we take over Geekverse, it's going to be so much better. Just like Batman taking over the Justice League. Yeah. It was phenomenal.
He really did just... You could see him as a leader. He became a leader.
And I'm so excited to get the next 50 years of films with Ben Affleck. He's so determined, and he's so connected to this role that he doesn't want anyone touching with it. He loves to play these games in the media, but he's just having a fun time. He doesn't mean that stuff.
That's something Bruce Wayne would do. He has taken on the role of Bruce Wayne. We all know he has the money. We all know he has the money.
Yeah, he got the ladies. He got everything, and he's Batman. So I can't wait to see him in the Batman.
I didn't think he could get better than BVS. And even his performance in Suicide Squad was just astounding. I don't know if he could top that. And he topped it 5 times over.
I shudder to think how good he's going to be in 10 years when he's playing the role. He's going to get better and better and better. It might be too good to put on film.
It's true. It's something that
they might have to start charging $100 per ticket.
I would say at least $100, because at this point, really, people are just going to be addicted. It's going to be like a hard drug. When you get that Batman drug, you can't stop, and that's destructive to society. And that just goes to show how strong of a film that they've really transcended the movie genre into something new. It's something spiritual now. And I feel connected to this character emotionally.
And you know what was strong in this movie was the action. The action. Oh yeah,
great hunka action.
The Thor and Hulk scene, Thor Ragnarok, them fighting was so boring, so
predictable,
lame. Yeah. But in this movie, every fight scene was topping each other. The CGI just was flawless. It never took you out of it. Even some people have been talking about Henry Cavill's mustache or anything like that. You know what? It added to it. It added even depth to it.
Because it adds this sinister vibe to the character. Yeah. Is he Superman? Is he not Superman? You really can't tell.
Superman.
You just can't tell, and that's something that really adds layers. The whole rest of this movie, I still don't know. I think it's left ambiguous, and that's just smart. It's smart writing. Is this really Superman, or is this just some demented clone?
Makes you want to keep going back for more and more, because we know so many people are seeing this movie.
You can't just watch it once, right?
I think
you wouldn't get it all.
people have been, we'll talk about a bit later in Flashpoints, but some people have been like, oh, why is it not doing as good as the other DC movies? I think people are seeing it a lot next week because they've heard the reviews and they're preparing themselves for this awe-inspiring event. So they you need to talk to your past, you need to talk to your family, because there's a chance you may see Justice League and have a heart attack because it's so good. So you might not make it out of there. So you want to say goodbye to some people before you throw down that money. But the action in this is phenomenal.
It left me speechless. Yeah. It really did leave me speechless. It comes down to your wonderful villain of Steppenwolf. He really stepped up the game of what it means to be an action star. Yeah. I can't wait to see this guy in more things.
People want to talk about hella? Steppenwolf is the only one that's hella good in this world. Because he killed... There's so much depth there. There's so much to get into. And the CGI is phenomenal on him.
The way his mouth moves perfectly with the flow of each word. Oh, yeah. And the way he swings his axe around is just so cool. And, you know, you look at comic book movies in general. Mostly the MCU. I didn't say it. And they just have these characters who just want to destroy the world. They're this evil being. All they want to do is destroy the world. But you look at what DC does, and they really put the thought and care, and they're looking forward. Steppenwolf is a character of so much depth, and he is doing a good thing for the world. He's trying to bring a service. He's bringing his world, his inferno-y hell to this earth, so that he can grant freedom for the people of this world.
Oh yeah, right? Like it's so different than what we've got before. He doesn't want to destroy the world.
It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it.
He just wants to make it his own, something we've never ever seen in his motive.
Uncharted territory.
Never ever seen, and I can't believe that, you know, they figured this out. They wrote this great character for Justice League. It's so subtle. You know, he barely talks about destroying the world. They show it, but we get it because he's just so powerful.
Well, it's the mother boxes. Oh yeah, I love the mother boxes.
His performance. One thing people keep talking about with Thor Ragnarok is the humor. And man, we already touched on with Flash, but
humor.
God,
is that what they're calling it?
Yeah. If you want to talk about humor, you look at Justice League. You look at these characters. You look at these jokes. Oh, so much better. Such a breath of fresh air than the shit comedy that Marvel puts out.
It's just so cheap.
I look at the toilet and I just go, "Oh, is that an MCU comedy joke there?" And it is.
Every time.
Yeah.
I think for me the biggest one is in Thor. They had this character who he looked like a pile of rocks, and like
the thing.
I think he is the thing, and he even makes a joke about being a pile of rocks, and this whole time I'm thinking, are they just trying to hit over the head? Are they insulting the audience and trying to say, "Oh, our audience is as dumb as a pile of rocks"?
I think they are.
And to me, that's just insulting. Like, these movies, these DC movies are so smart, but they are accepting to all kinds of people.
Oh yeah, anybody could watch these movies. They're so great.
I mean, this movie was all about hope, bringing hope to people, and that comes through in the comedy. It comes through in the comedy.
And one thing that just blew my pants off, blew my good old jockstrap off, the post-credit scene in this movie. Well, spoilers, if you haven't seen them, this is your last chance, but they are... Oh, they are juicy as a $8 steak. Lex Luthor's back. He's looking better than
I can't wait to see more Lex.
Deathstroke looks cool. I love orange armor. Orange armor is my favorite type of armor.
It's super underrated. It is the best armor.
Doesn't get enough credit. And the fact that he has orange mixed with the black, even better. It's a great fondue of food going on there.
And he takes that mask off and he looks like he's just got blasted by a snowplow or something. It's just gritty. It's real. It's a total honor to the character from the comics.
Yeah. So
one of my favorite characters of all time, I might add.
Oh, amazing character. And I cannot wait to see whatever they do. You got Superman and Flash racing. It's just a perfect time to be alive. Right. I don't know how much more I got to say on Justice League.
Are you ever going to see the Flash and Superman racing in a Marvel movie? Answer me this, right?
No.
We hate to be negative like that, but it's just the truth.
You're going to see people racing out of the theater. Yeah. Because we know they just... Disney, I think what Disney do, I think I figured it out. People don't even see their movies. They just, like, pay for those tickets.
They're robots.
They keep using the money. So they make people think that they're successful. But you have anything else to add on Justice League, this masterpiece?
Well, we haven't talked about my favorite man, Superman.
Oh, yeah.
Superman! This character, like, what a way to bring a character back to life. You know, you look at so many movies and they try, okay, how can we creatively bring the character back to life and have it be suspenseful and have them seem like they're rejuvenated as a new being? This is the example. This is how you do it. This is how you write a character. That was just a completely unforeseen story. Wow, he comes back from Doomsday's juice in that alien cave, combined with a mother box, combined with Flash's electricity. That is layers upon layers upon layers. You can't even... The human mind can't even really think about those. That's why you have to see the movie multiple times. Because you won't understand the importance of each of that at the same time. And I love that man. Every scene he has with Lois, when you finally get to see him reconnect with his mother, it pulls on the heartstrings. It pulls you right into it. You feel like you're there. You feel like you're Superman.
It's something special. You know, I can't get enough of it. Superman, you know, and he was in the movie so much too. You know, I was expecting him to be in it, not that much, but he is in almost every frame. And
they did a really good job of making him feel just as powerful as the rest of them. Because, yes, he might be indestructible and he can fly and he has laser beams, but, you know, that wouldn't be a fun and compelling story. So instead, they kind of bring him down to the level of your cyborgs and your Aquamans, your characters that might not seem as powerful. And I really appreciated that. And I think they got that across to the viewer in a really effective manner.
I couldn't say it any better, my friend. Justice League 2, we're waiting. Yep. Thor Ragnarok, whatever.
Give me more action. Give me more characters.
Action for sure. But Thor Ragnarok, we are not waiting. We could wait forever. I could wait 5 lifetimes till I see you again because
it's true.
I don't want you anywhere near my eyes. But you know,
it smells. It just smells from a mile away.
We see these movies for free, so you know we have our sources, and they okay, sure, we'll go check them out. We want to be. We want to love these.
Well, we're not biased, right? We look at these movies from a completely neutral stance, and we just try to look at them critically.
We want to love these movies, but Marvel
analyze them. We're real analysts here.
Marvel just keeps making these trash pile movies, you know, and they're just the same old comedy, the same old laughs, the same old colors, same old characters. Something new is here, and it's called Justice. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our next segment. It's called Flashpoints. What we do is we throw out a few hot topics and news, and we both only keep it to 10 words, our feelings on it.
Sure. Yep. Hit me. I have not seen these questions, so this is a completely raw, unedited version of myself.
James Franco's going to be in a multiple-man X-Men movie.
This is a massive, multiplying piece of shit idea.
Oh. Maybe they should make multiple good movies first. Jake Gyllenhaal may replace Ben Affleck as Batman. Rumor.
Worst mistake, even worse mistake than any Marvel movie that ever existed. I know I went over 10 words, but I'm allowed to do that.
Worst casting ever. Hashtag Batfleck. Hashtag for life. Justice League is rumored to be underperforming at the box office.
People have lost their mind.
Fake news. That's it for Flashpoints this week.
We like to keep it quick. It's supposed to be quick. It's supposed to be snappy.
It's a tribute to Barry Allen, you know, and
great character.
I don't want to talk about too much news because I just want to talk about Justice League. All this news seems so minor and so minuscule when really, like, people that have comic podcasts should just be doing reviews of Justice League over and over.
Right.
Like,
After you've seen it more times, you just have new views on it.
Yeah, if Geekverse would let us and they'd, like, let us have our own channel or help us or give their like, us have their channel.
Yeah.
Our content would just be Justice League Review 5, Justice League Review 6, Justice
and that's
League
what you want.
Review number
It's
7.
just, honest, I always hate trash talking Geekverse, but you look at the way they review movies, like one of those idiots doesn't even give them a number rating. How can you not give a movie a number rating? One of them gave it a crumbling 6. What the fuck does that even mean, right? I'm sorry, I sometimes get a little worked up thinking about their style and how much better we could be doing it.
So here's a new segment for all our listeners.
Always something new.
There. Oh yeah. So this is called Scooping Them Up. So
scooping.
What I also want to do with my life is be a huge YouTube podcast star, but also I want to be a Hollywood scooper. I want to be breaking scoops. I want to be dropping announcement, dropping news, specifically DC stuff. But, you know, Marvel can't get sprinkled in here. So I'm giving you my exclusive, my first scoop. I've been digging hard for this, hard months. And really, I just found out Marvel stuff because I kind of just want to sabotage them because they've sabotaged my life with making me watch bad movies.
Yeah. But, so much wasted hours.
Jamie, can you put up a picture for the fans so I can see all those? Put up the picture! Okay. So,
fuck, Jimmy.
So this is huge. I've got, and these are my notes for my friend here to see. I've scooped Phase 4 of the MCU. Whoa. This is huge.
Saved this for me live on cast. Oh, what a treat this is, my good friend.
So they've been trying to keep this secret for months, and I'm gonna spoil it. So these are the first. What did I get here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I miscount because I have a 7th, but I don't have confirmation on that yet. I'm working on that. Yeah. So I had the first 6 movies of the Phase 4 MCU. You guys should have made some better movies because I would have kept this. I would have played it nice, but you know what? Sometimes desperate times.
We'll bring it to you here first.
Here we go. The first one.
Earlier than the Geekverse announced it, I might add.
Oh yeah, we got the scoop before them. So I want you to hear your thoughts on Captain America: Secret Avengers. What are you thinking about that?
Well, I mean, first off, you have to say that this is probably easily in the top 5 worst movie titles of all time.
Easily.
Right? Like, how unoriginal is that? You even look at Captain America: Civil War. You didn't even come up with that. Like, why didn't you come up with something new?
Well, think about
why do we even need more Captain America?
Think about how majestic Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice is. You know, people are like, why would they call Why would they call Dawn of Justice? They're fighting. That's supposed to the movie.
Yeah.
You just don't get it. No. You don't get it.
No.
Okay. So Secret Avengers. I think the only secret that Marvel has right now is not being able to make a good movie because they haven't cracked that code.
Right, because a lot of people unfortunately don't see it like we do. They haven't been enlightened like we have, and they think that Marvel are making good movies.
And what's so secret about the Avengers? We've already had 2 or 3 movies. What's secret about them?
Nothing.
No.
Absolutely nothing.
It seems
Captain America. I'm so done with this character, man. I hate it. He got his trilogy. Okay, let's move on. Why are you showing me this guy and all he has is a stupid little shield?
Oh, I know.
And it's not even a cool shield.
No, it's no cape.
No, it's nothing compared to Aquaman's trident. That has got to be the coolest weapon I've ever seen.
Iron Man is the second film. Iron Man Armor Wars. Oh, you want to talk about a terrible title. The only thing I will admit, I'll go by and this Wars title sounds like it could have a lot of action, but it sounds
action can be.
It sounds like it's gonna be that lame CGI action that Marvel loves to do, like nothing but CGI. Where DC
Did you see Doctor Strange? There was nothing in that movie that was real.
I don't even think Benedict Cumberbatch was there on set. I think they just gave
he
voiced over and they just CGI'd him. But Armor Wars. Oh, how original. We get it. Your robots are made from metal and armor, and there's going to be a war. Oh, wow.
But we already had this. What was it, Iron Man 2, 3? We already had this. Why are you doing it again?
And once was enough. Once was enough.
That scene was a real slog.
Oh, yeah.
Real slog.
If you look at the leaders of these 2 groups, we got Avengers and Justice League. Every member of Justice League has already surpassed Iron Man. So it's almost embarrassing that they're going to put out a movie.
Yeah, honestly, even Alfred has surpassed Iron Man's depth. Right?
Apparently, there's some rumors going around that I was screaming that they are working on getting Fantastic Four back. And I think that's a travesty because you look at those last 3 Fantastic Four movies and they're outstanding. They're really good. They're just below, they're obviously all the DC movies are great. But they were made...
The most recent one innovated time jumps.
Oh, yeah.
In a way that's never been seen before. It totally skipped us learning all their powers. So by the time you got to them doing the dirty work, they already knew how to do everything. And it was so interesting.
Just like Justice League, the reshoots, there's a lot of pressure there, but they were seamlessly. You never could see shots being changed.
It was the most unified movie.
You could never see people's hairs or beards changing mid-scene. No. They both knocked it out of the park. And they do such good storytelling over there at Fox. With the Fantastic Four, X-Men, they're a little hit or miss. But with Fantastic Four, they have killed it. They are doing phenomenal. I want to see. I don't know why people dislike that last one so much. I want to see more.
I do too.
I want to see the movie start and then say 20 years later, and like wow, like that was so bold to jump.
I think Doctor Doom is their best villain yet.
Oh yeah,
best villain
for
yet.
them to jump a year ahead and just ignore all their origin and backstory and see how these characters come together was such a bold choice.
Super bold, right?
And Marvel,
it's almost like it's almost mocking the industry and the genre in
so
a very artful way.
You want us to tell a story this way from A to B? We're going A to Z, and it was great. But with Marvel, we're not gonna get there. We're just gonna get there cookie cutter, CGI, bunch of jokes, lame villain type of.
It's always jokes. It's always jokes. It's never serious with them.
And it's
like what are the kids are going to see these movies, and they're not even teaching them moral lessons.
Oh,
look at going back to Justice League. This movie teaches you hope. It teaches you friendship. This movie, I think, will show kids in the future how to make friends. How to make friends.
Yeah, and the other thing is too, they're not even following their own continuity. The thing was just in Thor Ragnarok, and he's gonna be in this. Like, doesn't make sense.
No, it like what are they even doing? It's like they haven't even thought these things out.
No.
DC, on the other hand, you know, they planned out all these movies years in advance. They already know who's going to be cast in the Batman movie 5 movies from now. They already know these things, right? Because they think ahead. They care about their audience. They care about their audience.
Oh, now here's the most unoriginal title of all time.
Give it to me.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Volume 3.
As you've seen the DCU, there's not been a single movie that has to be this number 2 or this 3, because they can think of great original titles. What they do, Volume 2. Volume 3. It's not cute anymore, guys, okay? We know you can't come up with anything. You're running out of ideas. Just go retire. I don't want to see these fucking raccoon movies anymore. No. You know what? Just stop.
I hate raccoons. They're always stealing my garbage.
Yeah. And
I make cool projects with my garbage.
They stole my wife.
They stole your wife.
Yeah, it's tough for me to watch Guardians.
And so, that one, that must be really painful for you. I knew you had a tree that you were very close to as well. So that movie probably brings up those... Are you okay?
I don't want.
Do you need to take a break? Or?
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I'll just take over. So, look at what DC is doing. Okay, Wonder Woman. Everyone knows Wonder Woman 2 is coming out. Is one of the most successful, most important, one of the most funny and interesting and character-driven movies of all time. What do you think the chances are that it's going to be called Wonder Woman Volume 2 when they finally make a sequel? Right?
Not.
Why would they do that? Right? Because there's no personality in that. Wonder Woman, the first movie's called Wonder Woman. You know what to expect? That's what you get. Batman vs. Superman, they tell you exactly what to expect.
You said
Volume 3, I don't know what this movie's about.
No.
And I don't care. Will I see it? Well, I gotta have an opinion. It's good to have an opinion. Opinions are good.
It's our job.
Yeah, we're opinion-based people.
Yeah, and we follow our own thoughts. We don't follow other people's. We don't just gang up on people. We have our own thoughts.
I don't even know what the word bias truly means, because I've never felt it personally. I've only ever heard people describe it, but I've never experienced it firsthand.
Namor the Submariner, he is a character that is, I guess, Marvel's Aquaman, pretty much just copied him. He lives on the sea, he's a king or something. Sounds like somebody, there's plagiarism? Yeah. Have you ever heard of that? That's a felony, and I think you're gonna go to jail, Marvel.
Jail.
If you make this movie. And I think Aquaman's going to come out next year. It's going to just destroy everything. It just gets better and better, DC movies. I try to think if it's better than Justice League. I don't know if I might just explode. Yeah. And the thing is, once they've made Aquaman, Marvel, do you really want to make this movie? You're just going to embarrass yourselves, you know?
The way I see it is, I never ever want to see the Marvel and DC universe cross over in a movie, just because that would be bringing all the poisons of Marvel over to the DC world and infect it. But I would love to see Namor combined with Aquaman and just have Aquaman shoving his trident deep in his throat.
Oh yeah.
Just destroying submarines, left, right,
and then just cooking him like a shish kebab.
Action.
Oh yeah. Then finally the last one. This is pretty big. I got a big scoop. Avengers Kang Dynasty.
That's it?
Kang Dynasty.
That's it.
That's it.
You're serious.
And they're really cute. They wanted to change their logo and it's purple now instead of like the blue.
Oh, purple.
You know what? Just because you change your logo doesn't mean you change the quality of your film. King, I looked into it.
The Joker is the true purple.
King, I looked into it, and he's like a time traveler apparently. Hopefully,
Flash.
Yeah, that too.
That's the true time traveler.
Hopefully, they could find a way to time travel and go back in time and stop making these movies and save themselves. Because it would save my eyes. It would save a lot of children out there.
I just think about what these Marvel movies are doing for the generations.
These people are gonna grow up, and I already see them on the internet. They're making death threats to people if they don't like their movie.
Weird.
That's the Marvel MCU people. Like people that make death threats. Like
that's the kind of behavior they support.
Oh, I know.
Makes me sick to my stomach.
I know, and these like who would make a death threat? You know, it's crazy. But these Marvel directors, these movies, when I look at them, I just want to fucking kill them because like. What are they thinking? Like they are putting this out in the movies. Like you better watch out, people out there. Like somebody might get you. You got anything else down on this Avengers? Like I said, I thought these are big scoops.
I look at this and I look at what DC is doing, and they have multiple Jokers coming out.
They have like
multiple
50
Batmans.
development.
That is just. Wild! It's so cool. They're really just innovating the genre that has become so stagnant.
They're
trailblazing. And the only reason it's become stagnant is because Marvel's pumping out 4 to 8 movies every year, and they just get worse and worse and more mind numbing. I'm getting a little angry here.
Yeah, well. So, in the future, I'm going to try and keep working on my scoops. It was very hard to get these stories. I had to beat up a lot of people.
I didn't see you for a few weeks.
I had to threaten little Jimmy's family again to cover for me. He had to kidnap somebody. I got some notes, but everything was all worth it because this is huge news for those Marvel idiot fanboys.
Right.
But I wanted to get that out there and spoil them so they don't get this big Comic-Con party like, look what we're doing. Guess what? I just crashed your party. So, maybe I'm going to try and get some good DC scoopage, but I don't want to spoil that too much.
No,
you know, I don't.
They always release it at the best time. There's never any drama in the media from DC movies. It's always straight cut dry. This is what you're getting.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be amazing. Can't wait to see it at the theater, and I'll be there. I'll be there every time. Yeah. Every time I'm there, I'm always there. I'll be there.
Well, this another great episode of Hunka. You know, this.
I don't think we know how to disappoint.
No,
I was never taught how to do that.
These episodes are. In comparison, just like DC is to Marvel, Marvel is the geek first. Geek first. That's what you are. You're the MCU of podcasts. You're predictable. You got weak people on the podcast.
Shitty one-liners.
Oh yeah, you think you're funny, but you're not. Ugh, it's ridiculous how you guys are still on air. You know, we just let us on. That's all we want. We want
give us one opportunity, and we'll prove it.
Next time you review a comic movie. We want on.
I think they're scared. They're scared of the truth.
They're definitely scared.
They're so censored on that podcast. It's such bullshit. We just try to bring the truth.
Oh yeah, they don't want to be called out or shown how much frauds they are. So
they don't want to make anyone mad. So they're just there's so many Marvel fans. Let's just pass all these movies and say they're good movies. But they're just doing it so that all they're doing it is for the paycheck. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I know they got JJ in their back pocket.
Oh, I know. Look out, Last Jedi. Last Jedi's probably gonna be like 8 million out of 10 because they've got nice paychecks and whatnot. But JJ's always around. JJ's always been trying to be my friend. I'm like, no, like get out of here. And like, is there a JJ Abrams as God.com? I don't think so. But there's a Zack Snyder.
If there is, we're not making it.
No, not at all. Do you have anything to add? What is your final note before we head on out of here?
My final note is once again Justice League. Wow, what a masterpiece. This is how you make a movie. I cannot wait for Aquaman. I cannot wait for Suicide Squad 2. DC, you have pulled my heartstrings. I love you so much. Jared Leto. Oh my god, Jared Leto. What a talent. What a talent.
They need him in Justice League 2. When they were talking about Eisenberg and all those people coming in Justice League 2, he needs to be there.
I'm excited to see more Eisenberg, hey? What a talented... He really embodies Lex Luthor. What the character is, what he should be. Lex Luthor, Eisenberg. I don't see the difference. He's the same guy to me at this point.
It's tough. Yeah. Well, we thank you tuning in.
Yes, as always. Thank you so much.
For everyone out there, a hunka to you and yours.